Hello and welcome to Forex School Uganda. I am Godfrey. This is a trade that I'm looking at taking. It's based on the news that has just been released. As you can see, this is a news candle. Today we had this early morning, this news from the UK, the GDP red folder news, and it has come out positive for the pound. As you can see, the previous figure was 0.0%, the forecast was 0.2%, but the actual has come out as 0.4%, which is a very huge positive figure compared to it's actually twice as much as had been forecasted. And so we are definitely expecting price to go up. Of course, we see there was this consolidation just before the news. And when the news was released, it broke out impulsively, and it is now returning to retest this consolidation zone that has been broken, that it broke out of. So we are having this previous resistance now turn support, because when resistance is broken, it becomes support. And the fact that the figures came out positive for the pound, we expect price to rebound to the upside after this retracement. So we never got involved in the news while it was springing to the upside. We let it play out, but now what we are doing is waiting for this retracement to get completed. We are in the 5 minutes time frame. Once again, you can see this is news that has just come out. It is July the 11th. It's a GDP news. And the actual figure came out as 0.4%, which is twice as good as that which had been forecasted. And so it should reverse back to the upside. It's touching into this consolidation zone. And those that trade ICT or SMC, I don't so much understand that stuff, but this is what they would regard as the order block. Maybe I could just remove this clutter. So it's touching this order block. We are not taking trades yet. We want it to confirm to us that it is actually turning around. And the way it can confirm to us is by having a bullish close in this 5 minutes time frame. Yes, it's true, it's closed back into this consolidation area. However, it hasn't closed below it. It's just touching this order block. And so we look to take entries to the upside. I'm looking to buy. Remember, the figures came out good. So once this candle closes bullish, I'll take a buy at the break of its high, anticipating a retest of this high that was formed during the news release. Looks like a good setup, and I'm taking the buy. This is one of the strategies that I use to trade high impact news. So we'll wait and see how it closes. But our entry will be something like this. If it closes still within the range, then we could move this a little further down to take care of any liquidity grab schemes that could be played around with. So this is the current high. It hasn't closed yet, but should it close like this, this is how we look to take the entry, just targeting 1-to-1 or a little over 1-to-1, but 1-to-1 being the minimum risk reward when it comes to these high impact news scalps. So let's wait and see. This candle still has 3 minutes to close. We are trading the pound yen. That's 45 seconds to close. If it closes this way, we are taking the buys. 18 seconds to close. Okay, we are in the trade. We've taken this trade. I've taken the buy entry. Anticipating that price will come and retest this highs. So the entry was taken from here at the break of the high. And the anticipation that it comes and retests this high up here that was formed during the news. Remember, it came out positive for the pound. Look at the figures. This is a positive figure that came out. And so we are expecting price to come and retest this highs here. I've also taken buys in the pound USD. I've also taken buys in pound USD. The setup is more or less the same. The pound USD is a little cheaper in terms of spreads. Taken 10 lot size. There's a 10 lots on this position. We are looking at these highs here being retested again. Still playing around, but we know the news came out positive. So I've taken a 10 lot size trade on the pound yen, on the pound USD, and a 5 lot size trade on the pound yen. So that's a total of 15 lots. Later in the day we have CPI news. The CPI. We'll also be looking to trading it. So we see price left this long week to the upside, and hopefully we see price flip around bullish to come and fill it. It's the London Open, so we expect volume to push price to the upside, and it should be able to come and retest this high here that was formed during the impulsive move when the news was released. Forget about all this clutter. The news came positive for the pound. And the yen has been weakening lately. And so we don't expect any other result apart from price pushing to the upside. Everything else that you see is just noise. If you can't handle the emotions that come with trading, then you are not ready for trading. Forex is not for you. Psychology itself is an edge in the market. But if you're going to be scared by this happens a lot in Forex. If you can't handle these emotions, then trading is not for you. Trading is a very highly psychological and emotional business. There's only one result we are expecting from this: a push to retest this highs here. And the reason for that is because the news came positive for the pound. That along with the price action that we are seeing in the market, coupled with market structure from the higher time frames, which I don't want to go into, you could come to Forex School Uganda for the specifics. But this that you're seeing is good enough for you to go to know how to trade the news. So let's see how this goes. So this is my MT5 10 lots position of the pound USD. And this is my 5 lot size pound yen trade. They're both currently running good. We're only targeting a 1-to-1, so this will give me $300, $315 should it come to the TP area. While this should give me $450 should it come to the TP area. Okay, the 5 minutes time frame has closed. The hourly candle has also closed. This left behind a wick to be filled. We should see price flip around bullish to come and retest this highs again. Still a bit messy around this area. But one thing is clear. The results are positive for the pound. And so really we should see nothing but pips being bagged today. As price comes to retest this high that was formed during the release of the news. This position doesn't seem to be doing quite well in the pound yen, pound USD. The pound yen is already positive. The entry was meant to be here, but thanks to spreads, the entry was a bit higher. And the reason why I'm trading the pound, as far as this news is concerned, is just because this news that was released is from Great Britain. And so, I mean, you wouldn't expect to be trading any other currency apart from the pound pairs. So, the top both flip bullish. This is the pound yen. It's racing close to our TP area. And the pound USD has also just flipped bullish. So we should be able to see a good result work out for us. Once again, this result came positive for the pound. And that's the reason why we took buys at the pound USD and the pound yen as well. So far, this has flipped back bearish. This has dropped back into the negative area. But by and large, it should be able to come up here to our TP area. It's London open, remember. The London session has just opened. And so we should have enough volume to drive price to our TP area. We're just targeting 1-to-1. It's the news, there's nothing really so much about it, just the news. And when trading fundamentals, we consider, of course, higher time frame structure. Then we look at price action in the lower time frames, as well as the results of the news that was released. So the structure for the higher time frames is bullish. The price action on the lower time frames is bullish. And the result came out bullish as well for the pound. Remember, the yen has been extremely weakening over the past month. So the result shouldn't be anything different from that which we are expecting as far as price movement is concerned. Okay, they're now both back in the green again. And hopefully this time they ride to our full TP. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe, like and share the video. Let's see this channel grow so I can bring you more educational content that will aid you in your trading journey. You could also visit forexschooluganda.com for educational articles and content. But subscribe, like and share this video so we can see the channel grow. Reach more people with the content that they need to grow in their own trading journey. So, still a bit sluggish, but based on the results that we got from the news, which was positive. In fact, it was doubly positive in the sense that the forecast was 0.2%. We could check it again. As you can see, the forecasted figure was 0.2, but the actual figure that came out was 0.4%, which is twice as much the result that was expected. This should be able to see price raise to the upside. And this is a 10 lot size trade, while the pound yen is a 5 lot size trade. So let's see how it goes. The other way of managing these positions is should one of these hit the TP before the others, before the other hits the TP, it might be good to close both positions out the moment one of them hits TP. You could close both positions out as a cluster, but the price action is really good. When you look at the pound USD, it's now flipped bullish again. This is a 10 lot size trade. And the pound yen is a 5 lot size trade. It's a London session, should be having enough volume to ride price to the upside, but for whatever reason it's a bit sluggish. It's dipped again. Scalping is live on a very fast lane. It's not for the weak-hearted. You need to have your emotions clear in one place and not wandering around, wondering whether you should stay in or get out of the trade. Once you have taken your entry, it's better you hold it. That's why it is very important you do a very thorough, proper analysis of your positions before you take them on any trade. So that regardless of the price movements, after you have taken your entries, your mind is in one place. It's more of a set and forget. Again, this dipping below the entry should not be an issue. Like I said, you need to have your emotions together. The technicals are in our favor. The higher time frame structure is in our favor. That's from the monthly down to the 4-hour, and the execution is only taken in the 5 minutes. That's as far as the news is concerned. So the pound yen has, and the third consideration is the fact that the results came out positive for the pound. So currently running at $160 and $148. Okay, there it is, racing towards our TP. This is the pound USD, the 10 lot size trade. We are targeting just $450, not so much, just $450 in the pound USD. And for the pound yen, we are targeting just $315. Not so much as well, but putting it together, and that's just a one-to-one for the trades taken. And we are looking at price retesting this high that was formed during the news release. When you look at the monthly time frame is heavily bullish, extremely bullish. When you look at the weekly, it is heavily bullish as well. When you look at the daily time frame, it is heavily bullish as well. When you look at the 4-hour time frame, price broke out of this resistance area and is heavily bullish. When you look at the 1 hour, price closed with this wick to fill the previous candle. When you look at the 30 minutes, price was able to break and close above this consolidation area, and it's been running heavily bullish. When you look at the 15 minutes time frame, it is testing these highs here, having broken out of this consolidation area. And the trade was taken in the 5 minutes time frame. The trade was taken in this 5 minutes time frame. We are expecting price to come and retest the highs created during the high impact news release. Of course, right here it is reacting to this. Right here it is. So right here it is reacting to this 15 minutes resistance area. But we still have this week on the upside to fill, which would be this distance that was covered during the high impact news release. And with the technicals being bullish and the result being bullish as well, in fact twice as much as that which was expected, price should be able to return to retest this highs here. Looking at the pound USD, it came extremely close to our TP area. You see it's reacting to this 30 minutes resistance area. It's reacting to this 30 minutes resistance area. We know that the 30 minutes holds more ground than the 15 and the 5 minutes time frame. But by and large, with a combination of the London session volume, the higher time frame structure, the lower time frame technicals, price action, and the fundamentals that have been released with a positive result for the pound, we should be able to see price come to retest these highs here. And so no need to chicken out. It should be able to come and retest these highs here. When we talk of psychology being 70% of trading, this is what we mean. Are you able to hold your position during the ups and downs of the market? Because if you're holding your losses for the longest when price is going against you, why shouldn't you hold your trades for the longest as well when it comes to waiting for price to hit your TP area? Because you're willing to wait when the position is going against you for price to hit your stop loss area. Why shouldn't you as well hold the trade for price to hit your TP area? So we see the pound yen has closed heavily bearish with a strong momentum bearish candle. This momentum bearish candle. However, this goes against the flow of price on the higher time frames. And so we will hold the trade for as long as it takes for it to come and hit our TP area up here. Regardless of how price seems to be behaving right now, there was no reason whatsoever to move our stop loss to break even. The fact that this is a very low time frame, now coupled with spreads, it was easier for price to, even if price stopped here and reversed to the upside without necessarily touching your entry, it would have been enough to hit you out at break even because of the spreads. And also, it's just a simple one-to-one. Surely what room is there for one to move their stop loss to break even when it's just a simple one-to-one that you're targeting? See, the only time you move your stop loss to break even should be once price has moved at least 1-to-1 as far as the risk reward is concerned. If let's say you are risking $300 on a trade, or maybe $500, or $1,000, or maybe $100, or maybe $10, depending on the size of your account. As much as you have risk, price should move exactly as that much before you can move your stop loss to break even. What I'm saying is, if you've risked, let's say 100 pips, or maybe if you've risked 10 pips, price should be able to move at least 10 pips. That's as much distance as that which you had risked for you to move your stop loss to break even. And so if you are willing to hold this trade past a 1-to-1, then price should be able to first test this area before we can move our stop loss to break even, because at that time it will have reached at least 1-to-1 risk reward before we consider any movement of the stop loss to break even. Price has turned around heavily against us, but we hold the trade as well based on the fundamentals, the price action, as well as the market structure in the higher time frames. But here price was reacting to this, is reacting to this resistance area on the 15 and 30 minutes time frame. Oh, no. Rather on the 15 minutes time frame. But here price is reacting to this resistance area on the 15 minutes time frame. But we hold the trade because we didn't check it based on the 30 minutes time frame, but rather on the 5 minutes time frame. The pound USD is about to hit our TP. The pound USD is about to hit our TP. While the pound yen seems to be running against us, but we hold the trade. All right, just a few pips to our TP area. Just a few pips to our TP area in the pound USD. The pound yen is still heavily against us. After reacting to this 15 minutes resistance area, I will continue holding the trade. There's no reason to panic. The pound USD is extremely close to our TP area. Very, very close to our TP area. So that's it for the pound USD. So the pound USD has hit our TP, and we are out of the pound USD where we had a target of a 1-to-1. So this is done for the pound USD. Now the pound yen is still running low. The pound USD has already struck our TP. We are out of the pound USD position. We are out of the 10 lot position. We are still holding this 5 lot position on the pound yen. Came close to our break-even point where we would have closed it out, but it's still running below, so we still hold it. But the pound USD is still flying. Still flying. The pound USD is really flying high. The pound yen is not in the best of shapes. Our stop loss is still safe. When you look at this 30-minute structure, you realize price was rejected at this 30 minutes support area, and so we will hold this straight to TP, to its full TP. We will hold this straight to its full TP because price retested this support area and was not able to close below. And this closure had a wick to the downside, indicating a rejection of lower prices. So we are holding this straight. We will hold it. The fact that we had a rejection at 30 minutes time frame, we will just hold this straight to its full TP. Because there's volume that is coming in the market. So we'll let it run to its full TP. If we didn't have this 30 minutes rejection, we would have closed it at break even. The fact that we already had a profitable trade on the pound USD. So let's wait and see how this runs. But it's flying good. It's really flying good. Learn to harness your emotions when it comes to trading the news. But remember, we had a 30 minutes rejection of lower prices. And so we should be able to see this price fly to the upside to come and fill this wick to the upside, potentially the wick to the left that was left behind during the news release. Trading is not for the faint-hearted. Psychology is an edge in the market as well. You could be good at fundamentals and the technicals and price action as well. But without an edge psychologically, you're not going to be trading. You're not going to be trading for the longest. Meanwhile, the pound USD continued flying. The pound yen, for some reason, is not moving. The 30-minute structure has been compromised after price rejecting these highs here. Seems to be now close to our stop out area. The 30 minutes area is still holding. This was meant to be a quick scalp of the news. Quite unfortunate it's lagging this long. London volume should have been able to push this up to our TP. From the 5 minutes perspective, the 30 minutes structure is compromised with price breaking and closing below it. Looking at the 15 minutes time frame, candlestick hasn't closed yet, it's still running. If it rejects these lows, comes and breaks its own high, then price should continue to the TP area. Looking at the 30 minutes again. From the 30 minutes perspective, this support area is still holding. From the 1 hour perspective, it is testing this support area to the left. Let's see how it goes. Back to the 5 minutes. breaking above this minor resistance area. We wait and see if it will be able to break and close above it. So once it gets to this break-even point, we might just have to close this trade out after banking a pound USD profit. That's meant to be a quick scalp, not to be held for this long, like it's a complete day trade. So if there's no volume to push this price to the upside, it's better to get out of it. Price has 2 minutes to close. If it's able to close above this minor resistance area on the 5 minutes time frame, we should see price be able to come to this break-even point and ultimately the TP area. Alright, price is now back to our profit range, and so we hold this trade to its full TP. It's running quite good. See, price was able to break and close above this minor resistance area on the 5 minutes time frame, and it's now racing so well. We'll see how it reacts to this 15 minutes resistance area again. Back to the 5 minutes time frame. It's running good. We'll hold it and see how it plays out. The result was positive for the pound, and the technicals are also in favor of the pound. They are all bullish, and combining both the technicals and the fundamentals, we should have a bullish market, at least as far as this news is concerned. So we hold this trade and see how it plays out. So we're still holding this position. We'll see how it plays out. We're still holding on to this position. And like I said, trading is not for the faint-hearted. I'm still holding my full position on the pound yen. The pound USD is already out with a good profit. But now we wait for this pound yen to also behave accordingly. Looking at the 15 minutes time frame, we'll wait and see how it reacts around this 15 minute resistance area. If it's able to break through, then we should be able to see price come to fill this wick to the left. We know the news came out strong for the pound. So this pound yen position should be able to come to our anticipated TP area. So what we see here is, looking at the 30 minutes time frame, we see that price is breaking above this resistance area on the 30 minutes. And should it be able to close above the 30 minutes range, then I don't see anything that would stop price from racing to our TP area. But for now, remember, price is testing the 30 minutes resistance area, dropping down to the 15 minutes support. Now what we see in the 15 minutes time frame, price has been able to break and close above the 30 minutes resistance area. This that I've marked in the middle is the 30 minutes resistance area. Let's check the 30 minutes right here. You see, this is the 30 minutes resistance area, And when we go to the 15 minutes time frame, we see that price has been able to break and close above it. Now, dropping down to the lower time frames gives us an early peek into what is likely to happen on the higher time frame. And from the lower time frame perspective, the 15 minutes time frame, price has already broken. On the 30 minutes, it's just breaking, but on the 15 minutes, it's already a break and close above. What we need to see is a retest of that particular 30 minutes resistance area. And if this bearish candle can be able, after now, because now this is retesting this support area, should it be able to hold above this resistance area, then that will be an early peek into what price is up to. And so should this turn around bullish, then there's nothing that is stopping price to at least come into this 15 minutes resistance area and ultimately our market TP area. So this has more or less turned into a day trade and not just a mere new scalp. But the fundamentals are in the favor of this position. The fact that they were good for the pound. The technicals are good for the pound. And so, what should be there to stop this price from racing to RTP area? I don't see it, and neither should you. All right, we see price is running. This has more or less turned into a day trade as opposed to the scalp we had intended it to be. Still hugging around the 30 minutes resistance area. If it is able to break above and close above it, then we will have a clear ride to the upside, to our anticipated TP area. You look at the 15, you can see it's kind of created some sort of range, which we can see clearly out in the 15 minutes time frame. There's this bit of range on the 5 minutes time frame. Wait and see how it breaks out of this range. Now, a range usually acts as a spring to catapult price to either a lower level or a higher level. Now, on the basis of the higher time frame structure and the technicals in the lower time frame, the bias is bullish, and so any break out of this messy area should be a catapult or a spring for price to run to our anticipated TP area right here at the highs that were created during the high impact news release. We'll wait and see how it does, how it plays out. The price is currently breaking above the 15 minutes resistance. Hopefully it's able to continue to the upside, but it's still posing bits of issues to it. It's been ranging for the longest. It's just a few pips to our TP area. Come to just 3 pips from our TP area. Hopefully it covers such, and we call it a morning of news trading. Then we'll be looking to the afternoon CPI news. Still finding issues with the 15 minutes resistance. Trading Forex, any of these financial instruments, be it commodities or indices, it's about patience, it's about discipline, it's about being mentally and psychologically strong, Now we are in for the races to the TP. Came ever so close, not even much closer. Just 2 pips from our TP area. Just 2 pips from our TP area. This could have easily been an already 1-to-1. We could have closed it out, but remember on the MT4 and MT5, there's the element of spreads. And so, much as on TradingView, in the analysis, it looks like it's an already 1-to-1. In the MT4, MT5 platforms, it's around 0.9 reward. And that's not a figure one would be comfortable taking. If you've risked a certain amount, then your minimum target should be exactly the amount that you've risked on a trade. And hopefully it's able to break above this 15 minutes resistance. We'll wait and see. And maybe what is causing this lack of volume in the pound yen, but I wouldn't know. Because the pound USD, check this out. This is where we took our news trade position out. And look at what has happened. Completely different story from the pound yen. You would think maybe the CPI that is coming later in the day is what is causing the big boys to hold their positions back in anticipation of the news that is coming, which is much heavier and weightier in the later in the day, the CPI news. But that's not the same case we've seen with the pound USD, and so I wouldn't really say that's a major reason. This could just be solely depending on the price action and market structure in the 15 minutes time frame that is holding stronger than than what we see in the 5 minutes. Definitely the higher time frames at any time of day should be considered in comparison to the lower time frames. But it's what it is. It's what it is. It's just about discipline. The fact that you reached a certain figure and you want to target at the very least the same figure in the markets and profitable long term. So we wait and see. Even more close to that TP area. Hopefully it's able to take it out. Just a few pips. A few pips. Just 1.8 pips. Very close. Very, very, very close. Almost there. Just a pipet. Not even a pip to the TP area. Just a tiny pipet. Just a tiny pipet. Right there. Right there. So, this position is out. Our TP anticipated area has been taken out. And this trade is now fully closed. So that's what trading the news is all about. So we saw the pound USD reach the TP area, the full TP area. We've seen the pound yen reach the full TP area as well. Trading is about patience. Scalping is life on a fast lane, and it's not for a faint-hearted. But this was more of a day trade as opposed to a quick scalp that we had in the pound yen. Now, day trade in the sense of the length of time it's taken to play out to the full TP. However the case, at any rate, it's fully out. And this is what we call a great day trading the news. We still have CPI to trade later in the day. This CPI news, along with the unemployment claims. We'll see how it comes out and how good we could position ourselves for the trades. But for now, that's it for the day, trading the pound yen and the pound USD trades this morning. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe, like and share the video, and keep it on this channel where you will be learning more trading nuggets for free to aid you in your trading journey. Click that bell icon to be alerted as and when I post new content on the channel. And hopefully you enjoyed the session and were able to master the art of trading the news and how to master your emotion, how to harness your emotions and psychologically have an edge in the markets. So that's it for now. Remember to visit forexschooluganda.com for more educational content and articles. I will see you again.